What's up, my fellow World of Warships Capitanos? I'm Eldritch, and we're having another look at some replays in an episode of Donkey Double Feature, where I show you one of my replays and then we look at a replay from one of you guys. My replay today isn't all that amazing in its entirety, but it has some really cool parts, and those parts are too long for a moment of glory, so that's why you're seeing it here. That's what you're getting. Eldritch, what are you doing? There's the Sims. Eldritch, there's the Sims. It's 6.3 kilometers away. Shoot the Sims. Eldritch, what are you doing? Shoot the Sims. You're typing, aren't you? You're... God damn it. God damn it, Eldritch. Stop chatting when there's Simses to shoot at. You... Unbelievable. Anyway, so I just missed my opportunity to shoot at a Sims. That's fine, though, because we have an insane presence on this flank. The metagame on Two Brothers kind of has evolved into this weird, we all go to one side, and it's usually this western side of the map because there's more island cover. And it's odd. It's really odd, and like sometimes it works out beautifully, and sometimes it doesn't, and your team just loses because the other team just rushes the cap, and then you have to come back, and they're defending, so they have slightly better position. It's a really, really weird sort of meta game right now on this map, and as it turns out, it's gonna be my next map tactics, and I'm gonna talk all about that. As we have this enemy Miyoko finally making his appearance in our gun sights. Our friendly Miyoko here, I'm kind of sticking to him, trying to be a little bit information, just in case the enemy carrier decides to come in and have a little chat with us. We are going to be able to combine our anti-aircraft defenses into one mighty ball of disgusting. However, of course, that's not necessary because the opposing aircraft carrier actually is running a loadout with a lot of fighters. So he doesn't actually have a lot of torpedo bombers, and we don't have to worry about that. There's a huge, silly cluster of enemy ships just running into each other. And then my Miyoko buddy blows up the Cleveland that was involved in that cluster. I'm trying to get shots in on people, but it's really not happening. We're just kind of overrunning them on this flank. They're just... they drove into each other because they were all trying to get... They're desperately trying to get back to their base to just survive. And it's at this point that I'm realizing this is silly. I'm not fast enough to follow these guys, so I'm gonna have to get back to base. And we're gonna jump there right now, in the interest of time. The enemy team's Atlanta had decided to go through the middle, a daring maneuver. However, sometimes that can actually work out. I wouldn't generally do it in an Atlanta because you're so incredibly squishy in that ship, but there are some other ships where you could argue that this is actually kind of a decent idea, as long as you know that there are no destroyers hiding in that pass between the islands. But in this case, it was a terrible idea because not only have I decided to go back to the base, our Cleveland has also decided to go back to the base, and we still have a Warspite and another battleship sitting at the base. Actually, we have a Warspite and a Wyoming still around in these waters, so this Atlanta is just absolutely buggered. As I punch into his ship for 3,000 damage, it's... At this point that probably people are going to yell, "Why are you not firing AP?" Well, the reason is I just still don't know where to shoot an Atlanta with AP. And this game was going so badly that at this point I was just saying, fuck it, I just want to do some damage in this game. And that's my reasoning. You can disagree, that's fine. Not aiming incredibly well. I would have to give this target a little bit more lead. I don't know if these are good. Yeah, these look much better now. But he did maneuver a little bit, so they did fall short of the target. There's also a Fuso coming for the base, because the group of their team that went on the other side of the island are now finally making their appearance in our cap circle. And this is kind of an example of a Two Brothers sort of one-side rush tactic that actually kind of worked out in our favor. Mostly it worked out in our favor though, because enough of our team actually decided to come back and defend the base when the initial push was successful. Now, this Atlanta is still getting absolutely cooked by my team. Still trying to get some decent shots on him, but I'm just not doing a lot of damage. My shots aren't really going where they should be, and even if I was firing AP, now I am firing AP, but if I was firing AP before, I probably wouldn't have done a whole lot anyway. Yeah, I don't know. So far with the Aoba, I'm still in training mode, trying to figure out when to best use AP, where to aim properly for some of these higher tier ships. I mean, I did play a bunch of this game in the closed beta, but it was mostly on destroyers, so being a cruiser and actually having to... and most of the beta that I played in high tier was also with, you know, high explosive being really good and AP being really bad. So I'm still learning the AP ropes again. Now, they are definitely outclassing us back here. Sadly, our worst bite died, and now it's just me, a Cleveland, a Wyoming that is probably for the best that he's hiding a little bit further away and just giving fire support. But they do still have a bunch of ships incoming. They have a Wyoming incoming, they have a New Mexico incoming, and there's still a Fuso in our cap circle and a Miyoko way to the south. The Fuso is gonna be my next target. I want to put as much damage into this guy as I can. Oh, can I steal that kill? Come on! My kill! No, damn it. Sadly, someone else took that kill. And at this point, you're probably asking yourself, Donkey, why the hell are you watching this replay? It's so boring. You're doing really badly. Nothing is happening. Well, you just wait. Because this game was stupid. It wasn't a good game, but it was a stupid game. I contemplate firing some torpedoes, and I probably should have. I mean, they do have 10 kilometers range. I am absolutely in range for my torpedoes, but I wasn't really feeling all too confident turning around and firing a salvo, so I'm just, at this point, trying to give them, you know, the least amount of my ship that I can, and just put some more fire into this Wyoming. Make sure that he dies soon before he can do a whole lot of damage to our team. I get a good hit on him with 2,400 damage, destroying some of his anti-aircraft batteries. And, can I get this kill? He has 2,000 hit points. I would have to do quite a bit of damage. Oh, someone else does a bit of damage, but it's not enough. It's down to 1,000 hit points, still burning. I reload, fire again. Oh, come on, come on, come on! And 50 hit points. 50 hit points is all I need to steal this kill. It is so delicious, I have to rub my tummy. Now it's time for the New Mexico to die, and he is taking an insane amount of fire from what seems to be our Atlanta? I'm not entirely sure, actually. And boom, that's my kill as well. Donkey the kill stealer. Well, remember, as another great YouTuber has said before me, it is not stealing kills, it is securing kills. And once again, in the interest of time, I decide to leave the Miyoko to the other members of my team. I mean, there is still the aircraft carrier in that battleship. They should be able to take care of him. I want to try to steal a kill on this Independence. Come on, bring the guns around. Ah, no, stop dropping torpedoes on him. He's mine. God damn it. That's fine. There's a Congo. I can steal the kill on the Congo. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where is he? Okay, there he is. Fire! And... damn it. Farragut gets the kill. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. But there's still a Miyoko. This is fine. I can still steal another kill. I can make it a hat trick of steals. This was definitely a very interesting match, and it played out in a very weird kind of way. Like, I mean, we did win the western flank, as it turns out, and come on, can I get the kill? That doesn't look too amazing. Well, one more salvo, I might get it. But yeah, in the end, we did pull it out, so kudos to my team for this grandiose victory. Is it my kill? Let it be my kill! Ah, damn it, so close! Come on, reload, nobody's firing. That looks good. I just need to before those torpedoes and I just had to show you that replay. And here we have the subscriber replay of the day, this time with our mighty intrepid hero Nano RS Nerf. Nano RS Nerf? Naners Nerf? I'm gonna call you Naners Nerf. I know that's probably wrong, but it's much easier to say in conversation, so that's what you're getting. Now, the first thing that happens is that Naners Nerf discovers that 3 of the enemy's torpedo bombers are heading up north, which means the enemy carrier spawned in the bottom left. So that's definitely information to file for later, so we can remember where we need to go to hunt him if we need to. This map, oh boy, Hotspot is one of those maps that I actually like the concept of, but it has never really played out in a way that didn't greatly upset me. Because generally it kind of just happens that one side gets just crushed between a bunch of, you know, enemy forces that happen to converge on one side of your team, and then the other side just, you know, sort of runs behind them because they don't have any fast ships to catch up, and it's just all kind of meh. Anyway, Naners Nerf does discover an enemy Cleveland heading around that island, and so he fires some torpedoes in that direction. He was not spotted while he was firing them, he only got spotted afterwards, which probably means those torpedoes are still hidden. And yeah, that Cleveland is still going straight, still heading straight for those torpedoes. Yep, and he's incredibly dead. That was a well-aimed torpedo salvo. And of course, as always with torpedoes, it does also require a little bit of work from the target you're firing at, such as in this case the Cleveland not moving from his straight sort of trajectory at all. As soon as Naners Nerf was spotted by those planes, the Cleveland should definitely have thought, hey, there's a destroyer, there may be torpedoes in the water, I should at least alter my my path slightly. I'm not saying you should completely alter your course and just run away into a different direction, but a little bit of fucking correction, you know, just a tiny little bit, so you don't get absolutely blown out. And there we already have the next target, the enemy team's Omaha, who is now heading away from the island, and so Naners Nerf gets a much better firing angle at him, and now he's been spotted. So if the Omaha player is smart, he should definitely correct his course just a little bit. Naners Nerf puts him some more fire, hopefully inciting the Omaha to retaliate and as such not change his course, and oh boy, the Omaha beached himself on the island. That's just sad. And the torpedoes are right on target and just destroy him. Man, why do I never get these kind of enemies? Last time with Admiral Stokes we had this ridiculous enemy team that just derped around, and this time we have this where people just drive in straight lines, and it's unbelievable. Anyway, those torpedoes might upset someone because, you know, there's an Omaha very close and the friendly Congo was also there, but Naners Nerf was very sure, I think, that the Congo was going to die. I was also pretty sure that the Congo was not going to survive long enough for those torpedoes to actually hit him. He was on super low health, on fire, and had multiple enemies firing at him. Now we're taking some shots at this enemy Minekaze, and we also of course have to assume that he has already fired torpedoes at us. So we should definitely change course, just like he did. And what do you know? There's torpedoes. And we have wonderfully dodged those as well. Oh, this is going really well, and that Minekaze is heading straight for the torpedoes as well. What's... Okay, at least the Minekaze missed the torpedoes just. So we might actually have to finish that guy off with the guns. Also worth of note, by the way, Nerf chooses to run the 4-gun setup on the Mutsuki, and he does take out the Minikaze wonderfully. And that is something I actually agree with. The 4-gun setup, in my opinion, is better. Yes, you get better rate of fire with the other guns, where they just have 2 guns, and it kind of doesn't do anything about your DPS, but the turret traverse on the Mutsuki, at least until now, was still very bad, and as such having just more guns fire at once and then spend a little bit longer maneuvering was superior, at least in my opinion. With the next patch and the reload time for the Mutsuki going down, there is definitely an argument to be made for having the 2-gun setup and just using your guns more. Now, obviously, you're still not going to do as much DPS with your guns as an American destroyer, and as such, I personally would probably still go with the 4-gun setup. But that's just me. Now, we fired some torpedoes at the enemy cruiser, that would be the Cleveland, but I don't think those are gonna do all that much. Gotta dodge those incoming shots from the Minikaze. Is it a Minikaze? It's a Minikaze, right? Yes, it's a Minikaze. And there we see a lot of torpedoes. Oh no! That's, yeah. The close calls are always the best ones. Now bring your guns around and show him who's boss. Show him who's wearing the pants. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Terrible, terrible shot. Come on, take out his engine. Gotta lead a bit more. Yeah, that was decent. Ah! Didn't take out his engine. Let's fire some torpedoes and then we gotta get the hell out of here. Oh no, repair is on cooldown for another 35 seconds. Ah, this is actually it, isn't it? No! But I don't want the replay to end yet, it was so funny! Oh, I guess Nerf is just dead. That's too bad. And well guys, that's it for this episode of Donkey Double Feature, featuring a very silly triple kill steal and an amazing Mutsuki replay by Nano RS Nerf. If you enjoyed this gameplay video, please consider liking and subscribing, and if you have any feedback, leave it in the comments. If you want to see one of your replays in Donkey Double Feature, send them to CloakingDonkey@hotmail.com. And that goes especially to my Battleship Captain subscribers, because while I love making videos with cruiser and destroyer replays, it would be nice to sprinkle in a battleship replay here and there, and I simply cannot provide any good ones, so you're gonna have to carry that specific cross. The next World of Warships video will be the first episode of a new series of guides that I want to make on the channel, and that should probably release on Wednesday unless something crazy happens and we get a new ship or something. But until then, I've been Eldritch Master Donkey, and I'll see you in another video.